Run it back, Gabs.
No ordinary part.
This is No Ordinary Podcast, episode 9. And I just want to start off the pod by saying thank you. Like, I really appreciate y'all. Like, y'all really fuck with me. And it's really making me feel great. It's the beginning of a great, great journey. We're going to rock out and we're going to do what we came here to do. And that's just express some real shit. Y'all either going to be able to relate or you can't. And if you can't, I completely understand. Like, I'm not going to get mad or nothing. Well, I may get mad, but y'all know me by now. Like, we're dating at this point. It's getting serious. It's getting hot and heavy. We've slept together. Like, y'all already know the vibes. So, we're just going to dive into it. Episode is titled Lost One. And if you guys are keeping up, as you should be, but if not, for all my first time listeners out there, my episodes are song titles. So moving forward, if I see a motherfucking song title on somebody's shit, oh, you know what you're doing, but we're going to dive into that on a later note. This episode, it's really more so, it's going to start on more, I'm just going to give you guys more of a breakdown. It's going to start very much relatable, and you might end the pod crying. And nah, I'm not saying like of laughter. Like, this is more of a serious pod for me. That's why I'm starting off with jokes and shit. But this one means a lot to me. I don't have nobody featured on this. Y'all know I could stand on my own. And if you haven't listened to the song, you guys are going to get sick of me. It's going to get to a point where you're going to know, like, listen to the song either before or after and understand where I'm coming from. But basically, again, this episode is 9. I can't believe I'm about to have 10 episodes. But yeah, so Lost One by JayZ. JayZ is my favorite rapper, hands down. There's nobody touching Hove. There's nobody I feel could hold a candle to Hove. That's just what it is. But this song is one of my, I wouldn't say it's top 10, but it damn near might be 11. Like, this song was some real shit because I feel as though JayZ touched base on his relationship with Dame, or lack thereof at the moment of the song. He touched base on his relationship with Beyonce, or lack thereof, because I guess they were going through their issues. And he also touched base on the loss of a family member. So I feel like we all could relate to situations like that. Just starting off with the first verse about Dame, I feel as though I can relate to that because I've had friendships that have been years, like 5 years, 10 years, 20 years. Like, I've had long ass friendships that I no longer have. So it's definitely relatable to me. I wouldn't say, money was our issue or fame, because a bitch ain't there yet. I will be. So hopefully all my niggas stay with me, or I might have to run this part back. But basically my take on it is everybody's not meant to be in your life for the long haul. I think we feel as though even when people come in our lives, it's like we feel this need to hold on to them. Whether it's a good relationship or a bad, it's like everybody fears letting go. Everybody fears trying something new. And I just feel like in my experience with friendships, I take my friendships more serious than I do my relationships, because I feel like niggas come and go. Like, your bitches or Mike, love you, they're forever. Like, I feel like those are my, like, forever. So, like, if you know me, you know how I am. And if you don't know me, it's like I really tweak my friends for real. I've cried over them. I've mourned them, like, worse than my relationship with niggas. Like, because I feel like when you're in a relationship with, like, the opposite sex or the same sex, or it's just romantic, you tend to act different. I would say, like, your friendships with your actual friends, I feel like it's more you're more yourself. They've seen you through other relationships. Like, they've seen you with this person, that person. It's like, but they're still there. So I just feel like there's a certain weight that they carry. And in my case, I ain't gonna give y'all all my business, but I'll say one particular friend I had. I was friends with her for a real long time. Like, she knew me before I knew myself. Like, she helped me learn a lot about myself. It was just one of those situations where we were kids. Like, and when I say kids, I mean like elementary school, like kids. And then just growing into adults, it's like we wanted different things. I was pregnant with my son. She wanted to, live her life. She wanted to see the world. She wanted to turn up. She wanted to, do certain things that I wasn't on. And I wouldn't say we butted heads because we never really had a serious argument. Like, I don't even think we really had closure. But it was more so we grew apart. And I feel as though I took it really hard because I'm big on closure. And I just felt as though it's like, there's no way. Like, fam, I've known you since I was a snotty nose. Like, there's just no way. Like, we could get through this. And when it really hit me that we couldn't, that shit hurt. Like, I still, peep her. I still see how she's doing. And I wish her the best. Like, there's no beef. But it's just something that I feel as though not a lot of people, even like splitting from a person, I feel like unless they did some shit, like some crazy ass shit, it should just be on the best of terms. Like, you shouldn't really have no hate in your heart for somebody that you used to love. So I just feel as though with her, it was just like, what Jay say? It's not a diss song, it's just a real song. I ain't gonna diss her because it's like, again, I said we grew apart, but it's just, I feel as though the relationship could have been saved had there been shit done on both sides. Like, the relationship could have been something that we still had, or even more so on a talk to once a month. But I can't control what other people do, and that's something that I'm learning. Like, my issue is like them posts on Instagram. Like, if some shit went wrong, I'm not saying I knew it wasn't me, but I can't question certain shit that I know about myself. Like, when you know the good, you know the bad. And I know that when it comes to being a friend, I would say I'm pretty good. Like, I'm a good ass friend. Like, and even if you're not my friend, there's been people who ain't my day-to-days, I ain't talked to in years, who will just call me just to vent and just to get my side of shit because I genuinely give a fuck. Like, I'm not going to sit on the phone and not listen to you. Like, I will listen to anybody. But it's like, there just comes a point where I feel like growing apart is necessary, and we can't fear that situation. Like, you can't fear. Sometimes a motherfucker's gonna be a motherfucker and you can't change them too. Which brings me to verse 2. This shit with him and Beyonce. Like, at the time, JayZ's way older than her. We all know that. So at the time, she's a young Thundercat. Her career starting. She's chasing her career. And JayZ's, older. His career ain't over, even now. But, he was more so ready to settle down. And, her shit was just peaking. And I feel as though when we tie into romantic relationships, like I said in the previous part, we tend to fall in love with potential. We tend to fall in love with the idea of a person. And we fall in love with, now with social media, is who we see. Like, who we see on the gram, who we see on Facebook. Not knowing the demons they face, not knowing certain things about them, when it's like, nobody ever really wants to be like, oh, it's their loss. Like, you could say it, it's easy to say it, but walking away really being somebody's loss takes a lot of work. Like, and I could speak on my most recent ex. Like, I'm not going to say bro was a bad person. Like, yeah, he did some fucked up shit. So did I. But I feel as though it's like timing, for real. Like, he just was at a point in his life where I feel like he needed a lot of work, like, done on himself. Like, he needed to be happy with himself. And when you're not happy with yourself, you can't make nobody else happy. So I just feel as though my biggest issue with that relationship was I wanted so much from him. And I wanted so much for him. So it just killed me that he wasn't reaching his full potential, and then I'm doing everything to help him, and then I found myself doing everything to like kind of change who he was, when a motherfucker's gonna show you who they are. God's gonna keep giving you situations to show you the person ain't it, until you really sit there and you pay attention and you realize like this motherfucker ain't it. And it takes a lot, like it literally takes a lot, and it takes a really strong person, and a person who really is sure with themselves, a person who loves themselves more than the other person, for you to really be like, yeah, it's their loss, like, or yeah, it's time for me to just bow out. Because a lot of the times with relationships, we tend to feel like we don't want, like, say there's another person, like another bitch. I know me, I'm competitive as fuck. So 9 times out of 10, it'll reach a point where I really won't give a fuck about the nigga. But I'm a petty. So it's like, nigga, if you was cheating on me with her, oh yeah, she's getting get backs, or whatever the case may be. I just know myself, and I know I had a lot of shit with me that was like wrong internally. So it could go both ways. Like, I'm pretty sure there's dudes that could speak on the fact that when they fuck with me, I wasn't where I needed to be. I wasn't the person that I need to be. Like, there's a lot of niggas that I hurt. So it's just like, I'm not going to sit here and just shit on people, but I can only speak on my own situations. And it's like, I honestly feel like, hell, my old homegirl, she lost one. Like, and my ex, he lost one. Like, because at the end of the day, shit is all a learning experience, and on top of it being a learning experience, you have to have accountability and be honest with yourself. So it's just like, do shit really be worth it? And when you really break down like a pros and cons, and you really take a seat and see shit, it's like, it really don't be worth it. But again, we hate feeling like we lost. We hate feeling pain. Like, we hate feeling certain emotions, and it's just like, you really have to get through that shit, because there's not a rewind button on life. Like, the shit just keeps going and going and going. So it's like, if you dwell on something, you'll look up and it's years later and you're still carrying that type of animosity and hate, and you didn't forgive the person, when that takes more of your energy than anything. So I just feel as though, yeah, bro definitely lost one, a real one, a good one. But again, maybe I was putting his life for his growth, like, you know, for him to be better for the next bitch. And he was putting my life to show me what I needed, what I don't needed. Oh my God. I cannot talk, fam. And I really have a podcast and I really can't talk. This is crazy. But, he was definitely putting my life to show me, you know, all the good things about myself and the things that I still need to work on. And I'm definitely not hopping in no relationship no time soon, because I still need to work on things and be a better me. But to wrap up the relationship portion, I just feel as though timing is everything. And our biggest problem is, we want a motherfucker so bad, and we'll do anything to have them, when it's like, maybe take a step back and think, like, yeah, it's going to hurt now, but eventually it won't. And maybe if it's meant, they'll come back to you. Because I know with my ex, I talked to him off and on for years. So shit, it just be like that. Like, a motherfucker may need you to come in their life, show them shit, you bow out and make them better, or it shows them that that's really not who you're meant to be with. Like, and that person will come to you. So I definitely felt my boy Hove when he was on some shit. Like, he had to let her find her way. Like, you had to separate for a second. And if it comes back, it comes back. And if it doesn't, then it wasn't meant. Which brings me to the part of the pod where get your Kleenex, get your toilet paper from the bathroom, get your, I would say paper towel depending on the brand. Y'all know some of y'all brands be rough. And it's a pandemic, so all these things, you might have just had to get what you had to get in the store because people starting to buy the toilet paper and shit again, acting like they're going to shut down essential stores. But basically, this last verse hits different. It hits different every time, though, and that's how you know you're a good artist, when your music is relatable. And it hit different when it came out, but I was never in a position to where I could relate. And if you don't know the song, again, please listen to it. JayZ, Lost One, but his last verse, and I know I'm annoying, but I'm reading it to y'all before I even dive into my interpretation. His last verse was basically, no, not basically, I'm reading this shit, so this is what he said. My mom is disrespectful. One moment. Definitely not editing that out because I feel like she tends to fuck up a lot of my pods, so that's just what it is. But I'm back, y'all. And basically, I keep saying basically like this nigga didn't say that and I don't have the lyrics. I need to stop doing that. Like, I promise y'all, I'm going to take a speech class or something, and when they start paying me for this shit and I look back, I'm going to cringe because I really don't know how to talk. But here it goes, folks. My nephew died, and I can't even read it without rapping it. This is how you this is how you know you really know some shit. Like, when you go to look up lyrics, and this is really a sidebar and I don't give a fuck, but when you go to look up lyrics, it's like if you don't know the song, you don't really know the cadence, you don't know how it goes. Like, you could be off beat or whatever the case may be, but it's like, I want to rap this shit and I'm not him, and I can't play it because fucking YouTube will fucking drag me, and I'm not dealing with that shit. Like, I refuse to. So let me not rap it. He said, my nephew died in the car I bought, so I'm under the belief it's partly my fault. Close my eyes and squeeze, try to block that thought. Place any burden on me, but please not that, Lord. Time don't go back, it go forward. Can't run from the pain, go towards it. Some things can't be explained what caused it. Such a beautiful soul, so pure, shit. Gonna see you again, I'm sure of it. Till that time, little man, I'm nauseous. Your girlfriend's pregnant, the Lord's gift. Almost lost my faith that restored it. It's like having your life restarted. Can't wait for your child's life to be a part of it. So now I'm childlike, waiting for a gift to return. When I lost you, I lost it. And for me, I feel like that verse it was the most important, and that's why I feel like he saved it for last. And I plan on having conversations with JayZ in the future and asking him all these questions because I be wanting to know. But I had death around me a lot. And I can't really say, like, I never lost a person when I was younger. Like, people have died, but I have never, younger me, like, probably, like, 18 and younger. I didn't lose, like, a family member that was close to me, a friend that was close to me. Like, there wasn't any type of death like that around me. People did die because that's life, but it was never really close until Imani died. And if you're from Pittsburgh, you know who Imani is. Mon P. Rest in peace to my boy. He was one of my best friends, and he got murdered. And basically, and it just felt terrible. Like, it just, I still can't believe it. Like, I'll still go to his gravesite, box it up with him. Like, I'm still connected with his family. It just doesn't feel right. I don't like the way it feels. It bothers me. It grinds my gears that I even have to speak on my friend in a past tense because he's no longer with us. Like, my eyes are even watering now, but I'm not gonna cry yet. I might cry, y'all, but I'll edit that out because that's what I'm not doing. I'm not about to. And I be crying loud and it's annoying, and I'm not about to put y'all through that. But yeah, I definitely lost it. I could say with unexpected deaths and just living in the city, it's like there's so many of our young, and I feel like it's always like the niggas that are funny as fuck, or like the niggas that had so much more life to give. And it's like, my man's didn't even, like, he was his mom's only child. He didn't have no kids. There wasn't nobody pregnant. Like, I latched on to his mom because that was the only piece of him that I felt was left outside of, like, his friends. And it was just crazy. Like, death really is crazy. And then when you get older, I think it's just harder to deal with when you think of, like, what their life will be like now. Like, my man's would have been the flyest nigga you ever seen right now. Like, social media, he would have been on it. Like, he would have been so many places. He would have just, shit's just crazy. And it's just like, I lost my grandmother, and with her, it's just like, she helped raise me, and then she had cancer, and to just watch a person deteriorate, like, you are literally seeing, like, I would go see her one day, and my grandma's smaller, like, if you know my family, we're like Amazons, and then we got this little chocolate grandma, like, short, skinny, just, and I more so mourn her for my son more than anything, because I feel like he lost one, actually. Like, that would have been, she definitely, there's so many videos that she had in her phone, like, before. My grandma used to write stuff down, so there's so much she had in her phone, like, so many videos of, like, him just doing nothing. Like, you know how older people will just literally record the kids doing nothing? Like, she would be talking to him, he'll be, you know, baby talk, because he literally, like, she's all over the house, so we, like, tend to let him know who she is, but he doesn't have any memories of her. Like, he don't remember she watched him, anything like that. So to just watch a person die from cancer is crazy. Like, that is something completely different. And then I would probably say another major death has to be Pootie, because much like the verse, my best friend was pregnant with his child, who he never got to meet. So it was just a lot. And he was murdered as well. And it's just like, there's literally, and just like that day-to-day pain, like the loss of a parent, and just thinking of my godson in the future, thinking of my best friend, and how you can't just get over shit like that. Like, you can't, death is completely different than like a breakup with a friend or a spouse. Like, you can't re-talk to this person. However shit ended when they died, that's how it ends. And it's just, you tend to think of all the things you could have did. And it's just like, life is literally short. And even if it's long, you still don't know how your life is going to end. So for me, it's just so many of our black men getting killed by other black men. Just like from when Monty died until now, so many fucking people have died. Like, it's crazy. And there's so many kids without their fathers. It is insane. Like, I don't even really want to name the people, because it's like, I don't want to forget anybody. But it's just like the most recent, Naquan, like, he was so close to people that I love. Like, I hate watching people I love go through death. And then, like, he was a father, and it's just so many kids that you're taking their fathers away when they're so young and they're not going to remember, or you take their fathers away when they can remember. And it's just like, shit's just unexpected as hell. Like, my friend lost her sibling in front of her. And it's just like, death is just, it's so unexpected. And when people go, it's just like, it literally sends chills down my spine. Like, it just gives me a whole nother take on shit. Like, as far as people I love, letting them know I love them, or people I used to fuck with, just letting them know, like, there's no beef. Like, I'm very big on, even if you're not in my life, I don't want to hold hatred towards you. I don't give a fuck if you did the grimiest shit to me. I don't want to hold that type of shit in my heart, because I never know when it's somebody's time to go. Like, fucking Jimmy Wapo was so talented. He got taken away from us. I know my god sister, this was like a while ago. I don't even know how long Spark has been dead, but he was somebody's father. Like, it's just crazy. It's literally crazy. Like, parents are dying, natural causes, car accidents. Somebody I went to school with died from a car accident. It's just not even one person. Multiple people that I know have died from car accidents. Multiple people I know have died from guns. Multiple people I know have died from health issues. Like, and we're living in Corona. And it just takes that one aunt, that one uncle, that one cousin, that one child to pass away. And it's just like, I feel like there's not enough resources for people who go through deaths, and I don't feel like people take advantage of the resources that are available to them either. Like, I don't feel like there's a lot, but there are some. Like, get into your insurance, see if you could get, because I know I speak on this, mine's gave me, I think I got a few free ones before I had to start paying, just a little copay. And it's like, you'll pay for some shoes, you'll pay for some hair, you'll pay for a bag, you'll pay to go out, you'll pay for a bottle, pay for your mental health, like, because that shit could really fuck you up. And death is a part of life, so I'm not going to sit here and make it seem like, oh, woe is me, why this person? It's literally a part of life. Like, anybody you love could be taken away from you. Parents burying their children. There's so many. Like, I can't even sit here and give a list of, and again, like I stated, I'm apologizing because if I forgot to say a name. I'm just thinking of what's fresh in my mind. And not to mention, like, yeah, we don't know them, but you could be affected by musicians, actresses, actors, artists, any, like, if somebody made an impact in the world, you could be affected by their death. Like, most recently, King Von in Chicago, period. Like, shit is real. Like, Pop Smoke, like, you literally could be here today and gone tomorrow. Like, and you really have to make the most of it. And your loved ones definitely are going to mourn you, but shit's just shady. Like, it's really fucked up. And I'm going to let the pod breathe on that note. I don't know, y'all. I just want better. I want more. I want to love the fuck out of the people that I care about before it's too late. And I also want more resources for people. I want us to stop killing each other more than anything, because I have lost, and the people that I love have lost so much to that shit, because it's bad enough that they are killing us. So, yeah, can we please, like, what happened to a good box up? Like, getting a fair one, even jumping a nigga. Like, can we please just stop killing? Please. Like, I want that shit to be over so bad, because it's just getting to the point where, like, I can't even tell you how many people I have went to school with that have died, that have, like, I've lost somebody I went to school with that have, like, I lost a person who killed themselves. I lost somebody in my family that killed themselves. There's so many ways, like suicide, murder, natural causes, like accidental deaths, like so many, and it's crazy. It's literally crazy, and I don't know. I don't know when it's going to be over. This is a small little humble pod. I can only do so much, but I want to definitely try to tap into that. Just death in general. Even if, like, hell, alcoholics, they get AA meetings. Like, even if it's just people meeting together and just talking to one another, we have to start doing better. And yeah, I just want to, and I think that's definitely might be what I do. I might just make a list, paying my respects to, like, all the people in my city that passed away, all the artists I admire that passed away, most importantly, my family that has passed away. Just like, whew, this shit is just real shit. That's all. Like, it's just crazy. So I definitely want to thank you guys for tapping in. I appreciate all my supporters that rock with me. I appreciate all of my secret admirers. I just appreciate it all, because, again, you never know. So I'm gonna keep doing this motherfucking pod until, not my last breath, that's dramatic, but it's a long time. We're definitely gonna get to 300, 400 episodes for sure, because I like to talk. So yeah, you guys, episode 9, Lost One, Shelly Scheme. It's been real. Damn, is it too early to say I love y'all? Yeah, we're just dating. I'll wait a couple more pods to tap into that. I love fast, y'all, so don't worry about it. Trying to end on a good note. But yeah, appreciate it. I'm not going to end this saying, all right, one. I'm going to end the pod saying, have a great day. Have the best day. Have a better day. And I'm going to end it with a little bit of advice. Like, take some time for you. If you like to write, if you like to listen to music, if you like to take drives, if you like to just sit in the dark, if you like whatever you like to do alone, meditation, yoga, just take a moment and do that. Like, take a moment where you dedicate it just to yourself and just let out your emotions and just think about shit you ain't think about or people you ain't think about. And let people know you love them while they still here. Give motherfuckers they flowers while they still here.